Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please Vico introduce yourselves in the comments. I'd like to know you and meet you. Where in the world are you tuning in from? And if you're a returning subscriber, I want to say big thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing. I see you and I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you. If you're new here, please like today's video. If you're watching the live, type live in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, please go ahead and type replay right in the comments. And to those of you who have not, checked out my YouTube channel, my name is Miriam. Let me introduce myself and I also tell you what my channel is about. My name is Miriam. I'm a wife, a mom, a student, an entrepreneur. I'm also a fashion designer. And yes, I'm also a YouTube coach. I help small to medium-sized businesses start a profitable YouTube channel and begin to monetize it from the very first day. So yes, let's get right into today's topic, procrastination. Do not forget to introduce yourselves in the comments. I want to know you for real. And I also want to meet you. Where in the world are you tuning in from? What is procrastination? Now, procrastination is when you intentionally delay or put off tasks or even decisions. When you say, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next tomorrow. I'll do it next next tomorrow." There are people who have procrastinated even their own successes. A lot of people who have procrastinated things that would take them from this point to the next level. They find it easy to say, "I'll do it later," or "I'll do it," and it has gradually become a part of them. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome that spirit called procrastination. Yes, today let's get right into how to, overcome procrastination. So, first thing I want to say is this: you should try to understand the reason why you procrastinate. Why do you actually procrastinate? Some people are lazy, and some people they procrastinate out of fear. And some people want to be perfect, so they say, "Okay, I will start next year." I'll give you an example. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or you want to start a business, and you're like, "No, I need the perfect gadgets. I need this. I want it to sound like this. I want to be better than X or Y." You are wasting your time. I'm telling you, you are just wasting your time because the perfect time will never come, and there's no such thing as perfect time. That time will never come. So the best time to start is now. There's this saying, popular saying that the best time to start a thing was 10 years ago. The second best time to start it is right now. Yes. So in case you're thinking, "Oh, I'll do it next week or next year," the second best time to start is right now. So just in case you still want to procrastinate till next year, I'm telling you, the best time to start whatever you want to do is now. Now, I also say this: you don't have to be great. This is something I say all the time. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Yes, you don't have to great before you start, but you have to start so that you will be great. So go ahead and start that project now. So like I said, you want it to be perfect, you're scared that it might not succeed, but what if it succeeds? I always say that why not spend time, the same energy that you have spent thinking it's not going to succeed, use the same energy to think, to retrace your steps, and tell yourself, "Okay, what if it succeeds?" Now, you need to shift your motivation to discipline. Yes, you need to. Don't wait until X happens before you do something. And a lot of people use that as a bait or as an excuse to do certain things. Or when this person comes back, or when this person wins, then I will do mine. Don't tie it to, like, don't tie it to something, to an event. I want you to determine or decide, in your mind, you will do it regardless. Yes, because when we talk of motivation, for a lot of people, they are motivated in that second, but you have to be disciplined. I mean, when I say discipline, I mean doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Yeah, even when you don't see the results, doing the work, even when you don't see the results. People ask me all the time, "How do you get these things done? How do you show up on your YouTube channels?" I have multiple YouTube channels, by the way, and people wonder how I'm able to just keep up. How some people say, "Oh, if I don't get views, I don't have the motivation to still, keep doling out content." You don't have to wait. Like I said, there is no perfect time. Don't wait until X happens or Y happens before you do certain things. Do it regardless. Do it regardless. Yes. So you have to be disciplined. Discipline is greater than motivation, because like I said, you can be motivated in the minute, in that instance, in that second. But when you're disciplined, come rain, come sun, you do what you are supposed to do. You do what is right for you to do. That way, when you are disciplined, procrastination is not even in your dictionary. Like, it doesn't exist in my dictionary. If I want to do something, I set my mind to it and I get it done. So what is that thing that you have been putting off? I think I mentioned, was it last week, that there is no picture on my phone, maybe an inspiration or a style inspiration, that I have not sold. I don't just take pictures for the purpose, for the sake of taking pictures. I mean, saving pictures for the purpose of saving pictures. I actually act on it. I am one person that acts on things. When I write down a book title, I must buy that book. When I determine or decide I'm going to do something, or I write something, or I save a post on social media, or I even save a recipe on social media, I'm not one of those people that have recipes sitting and sleeping. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't procrastinate. So if you're someone that has been putting off a lot of things, maybe you should go into your archives, or you should go into your journal, or your notebooks, or your saved items, or your saved pictures. Check out, ask yourself, why did I save this thing in the first place? Is it that I wanted to sew this design, or I wanted to, create my own version of X and Y, or I want to write my own book? Why not start now? Like I said, the best time to start anything at all, be it a business, be it a YouTube channel, whatever it is 10 years ago. And the second best time to start is right now. Yes, the second best time to start whatever you want to start is right now. That's why I implore you to shift from motivation to discipline. So when you're disciplined, it means that you're doing the work even when you don't feel like it. So it's already part of your schedule. It's already part of your daily life. You're not looking for you're not looking for someone to beg you before you get it done. You're not looking for someone to, for an event to happen, or for an event to occur before you say, okay, when that thing happens, then I will start do it. Now, this is one secret a lot of people are not also aware of. Use the 5-second rule. Use the 5-second rule. What does it mean? Go ahead and count down. 5, 4, 3, 2. In fact, before you finish counting it, get up and do that thing that you need to do. Take immediate action before your brain talks you out of it. I'll give you an example. Maybe you wanted to clean your house, and you've planned in you've said it before the D-Day that, okay, I'm going to clean my house on Saturday. And then on Saturday morning, you remember, oh, it's time for me to actually clean my house. So before you procrastinate, sometimes when you sit down, and you allow time to pass, you will procrastinate and you end up not doing that thing. So count 5. Use the 5 seconds rule. 5, 4, 3. To make sure you don't finish counting it, get up and do it before the count of 5. Get up and just start doing it. This is something that helps me. And I'll also tell you, this is true confession from me. I shoot multiple videos in a day, right? When on my shooting days, video shoot days. And on those days, maybe I make it sound easy when I say, oh, I shot 25 episodes today, or I shot 50 videos in 2 days. Maybe I make it sound easy. It is actually not easy, I promise you. In between my video shoots, in between shooting one video and the next video, I use the 5 seconds rule. I must start the second video like in the next few seconds. Because the moment you sit down for just 1 minute, you can get tired. There's a brain fog that can come. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. It can come over you and you tell yourself, well, maybe I should just do it tomorrow. Why am I stressing myself? Get it done. Count 5 seconds and get it done. So if you have that 5 seconds rule in your head at any time, get up and get things done. Count 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. Before the count of 5, get up and get it done. Maybe you should, think about the 5 seconds rule now. Going forward, if you want to do something and you've been lazing your time, you've been lazing away about it, just use the 5 seconds rule. Take immediate action before your brain talks you out of it. When you use the 5 seconds rule, trust me, it helps to interrupt hesitation. It's going to interrupt that hesitation. That before you start thinking otherwise, before you start talking yourself out of it, you're able to build momentum and get things done. You build momentum by starting something. It's like running a race or going for a walk. Trust me, when I'm going for a walk, it's because I'm determined. I'm very disciplined. My friends know me already. So the moment I get up to do it, once I leave the house, I have already left the house. I'm building momentum. By the time I get halfway, I'm gingered. I want to walk more. I want to do more workout. But leaving the house is a problem for a lot of people. Putting on your gear, your sneakers, your socks is a problem for a lot of people. So one thing you should do is get it done. Start and build momentum. Use the 5 seconds rule to build momentum before you talk yourself out of it. The moment you build that momentum, you're good. It's like a well-oiled machine. Once it's well-oiled, you don't have any problem with moving, right? So get things done. Get up. Use the 5 seconds rule. Once you're feeling lazy about anything, just count 5 seconds. Just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get started and then build momentum and continue. You will notice that when you achieve some goals, maybe you've been putting off certain things that you're supposed to do, you've been putting it off for a long time, and by the time you actually are able to succeed in doing that thing the very first time, that same day you're gingered, you're fired up, you're motivated, you're like, I will do it again tomorrow. But trust me, you will have the same challenge the next day, until you build discipline over time. Once you're disciplined, you have conquered. You have overcome the world, like literally. I'm telling you. So discipline is something that we all need to work on. Discipline. And by the time you do something consistently for 6 months, it becomes a habit and you no longer have to struggle. So when we talk of procrastination, just the 5 seconds rule to overcome this thing called procrastination, and make it very simple. That's another thing. If you have a task that feels really overwhelming, just break it into tiny, effortless steps. So maybe you want to, I'll give same example of maybe you want to tidy up a place. So you can start from one little corner. And then don't try to do everything at once. When you try to do everything at once, when you look at everything, honestly, you're going to get confused. You're going to get overwhelmed. You're going to feel overwhelmed. So the best thing you want to do for yourself is to just make sure that, you start from a little part, break it into tiny chunks, and then go ahead and get it done. I promise you, with time, once you're done with the first part, that you've broken down, once you're done with the first part, you can always move to the second part and then the third part, and then you get things done and then you feel fulfilled with yourself. Now, when it comes to time blocking and using deadlines, trust me, it's very important. I use it all the time. I tell myself I want to spend 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes my husband sees me setting timer. I tell Google, hey, Google, set a timer for 5 minutes. When it's done, I tell Google again, set a timer, because it kind of puts me on track. Yeah, it puts me on track. Reminds me not to get sloppy. So time blocking is very important. Go ahead and set a timer for maybe 10 to 15 minutes to start. Maybe you just started, I'm still going to use the same example of, cleaning your room or cleaning your home or your space. Set a 10 minutes or 15 minutes, timer. Once the alarm goes off, keep going. You're like, okay, what have I achieved in the last 10, 15 minutes? You're like, oh, okay, I'm making progress. Then I can continue setting the timer. Continue setting the timer. Yes. If it's 30 minutes, go ahead and set a 30-minute timer and see how much you can achieve in 30 minutes. There was something Elon Musk said years ago. Elon Musk actually said, same Tesla CEO, he said that if you are determined to clean your room in 3 hours, you will spend 3 hours cleaning your room. And if you're determined to spend 30 minutes cleaning your room, you will spend that 30 minutes and your room will be clean. So it all starts from the mind. It starts from your mind. I tell you. A few minutes ago, I was in church and I was actually running late. I was like 7 minutes to the time, to 1 o'clock. I was still in church. 7 minutes. I tell you, I was still in church, and then I was like, I have to be there because I've already set the my live stream for today. I'd already set it. These are ways to get things done. You know, have a schedule. Make sure that you have it in your calendar. Make sure it's something that you don't have any excuse. You don't have an excuse to miss it or to skip it. So set something that puts you on track. Hey, Chinwa, thank you so much for joining in. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. And what time is it where you are watching right now? So go ahead and set a timer. Yes. And also use the power of deadlines. Give yourself deadlines to create urgency. Give yourself deadlines to create urgency. Now, remove decision fatigue. Remove decision fatigue. I don't like hanging around people who cannot make up their minds. Like now, personally and with experience, to a very large extent, your level of intelligence is highly determined by how swift you are when it comes to making decisions. There are people, and I don't like hanging around people who ask the same question from morning till night. They're like, should I do this or this? Should I do this? They do it the day one, day two, day three, day four. They don't make up their mind. They don't make a decision. I don't like hanging out. Don't drag. Don't. It makes me feel like you're dragging, and I don't like that kind of energy around me. I want people who are smart, people who can make decisions right now and get things done, not people who are still overthinking things. I don't like overthinking. You don't overthink around me. Like, I would excuse myself from you. Overthinking is something that actually leads to procrastination. When you overthink things that don't mean anything, that shouldn't take you 1 minute to make a decision, you're dilly-dallying and arguing and going left, right, and center, back and forth on something really flimsy. Give yourself mini deadlines. Create urgency. Now, how do you remove the decision fatigue? Plan it a day before. Pre-plan your day. Yes. And remove unnecessary choices. You've already made up your mind. This is it. So I'll give you another example. Maybe you want to bake a birthday cake for yourself or for a friend. Choose the color, choose whatever theme a day before. Don't get to the point, to your baker and start saying, oh, should I take that one or that one? What do you think? Then you make a decision and then you change it again the next week. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's an unintelligent way of life. Personally, honestly, I don't like it when maybe I should make up your mind, make your decision now. Choose what you want. Don't waste people's time. So pre-plan your day. When you pre-plan your day, you've sorted everything out. You've pre-planned your choices. You already know what you want. Always know what you want. I'm almost shouting. Always. Why would you know what you want? Why? Pick it out a day before, and say, okay, this is it. Settle on what you want so that the very day, on the D-Day, you're not faced with should I or could I? I don't like hearing it. So always pre-plan your day. And for example, for people who want to, who procrastinate about working out, pre-plan. Get your workout clothes out. Get it out before the next day. Get it out. So that you're not dilly-dallying. Oh, should I do the long or the short? Should I take the sneakers or I don't like it around me. I don't. So just pre-plan a day before so that you just plug and play, get things done, and then you're out. You're out. And I also want you to, from now, this is going to be an intentional thing. You have to make procrastination painful. It has to be painful for you to procrastinate. How? What do I mean? You can do, public accountability. Yes. You can say, okay, follow me on this journey of, 40 days journey of X and Y, maybe fasting. Or it can be anything. Weight loss journey or something. Follow me on these 40 days. There's a lady on Instagram. I think her name is Chelsea. She's about 700 pounds. She weighs about 700 pounds. And she came publicly and said she was going to do a weight loss challenge. Like, she's big. She was at the verge of dying. She's very young. And guess what? She started a 40-day challenge. It was It was intense. So every day she, she records herself walking, going for a walk. It was tough the first day, but she kept at it. Day one of this 40 days challenge, like there were days she wanted to give up, but she remembers that people are waiting on her. She had already given a public, announcement that follow me on this journey. So day one, day two, day three, day 20, she was consistent. And we see the way we saw it, her weight was falling off in our very before. I tell you, so maybe you should set public accountability. Tell someone about your deadline. I mean, tell someone your own deadline. It can be a friend, it can be your mom, your mentor, your spouse, your partner. Tell someone your deadline. You can also use apps to help you block distractions. Yes. And you can also take a bet. This is the only bets I endorse. Like if you don't get that thing done, you're gonna owe your friend $100. You're gonna give your friend $100. In fact, matter of fact, give her the $100. And if you fail at some point, she will not give it back to you. So set public accountability. Tell somebody or people about your deadline so that they can ask you, so that they can follow up, so that they can, help you overcome procrastination. You can also use the 2-minute rule. This is something a lot of people use for, cleaning the home. If it takes less than 2 minutes, just do it immediately. That's the 2-minute rule. We've done the 5 seconds rule and we've done the 2 minutes. We are doing the 2-minute rule. So for big tasks, you can also commit to just 2 minutes. Because starting is the hardest part. See, starting is the bane of procrastination. Starting at all. A lot of people struggle to, once you start, then it can be a little easier, better than not starting at all. It's far, far better than not starting at all. Now, this is something you also have to take into cognizance. Please embrace imperfection. When it comes to procrastination, and that's part of what I mentioned in the beginning, when it comes to procrastinating, you don't wait until you're perfect before you get things done. You wait until this thing is perfect, this thing is in place, this one. No. Avoid it. Avoid perfectionism. Because perfectionism actually creates procrastination. Just aim for progress. Do not aim for perfection. There are people who want to maybe start a podcast, or they want to start their social media pages, or they want to start a lifestyle, channel. But because they want to sound professional on day one. How do you sound professional when you have not even practiced? Practice makes perfect. Even though there's nothing like perfect, it makes progress. So the more you practice, the more you get better at it. The more you practice, the more you're progressing. And I always say this, done is better than perfect. Getting things done is far better than perfect, because perfection is an illusion that you can never attain perfection. Have you ever thought of also rewarding yourself for taking action? See, small wins actually build momentum. Remember when I mentioned earlier, you build momentum just by starting. And then when you win in certain things, maybe you've been struggling with maybe weight loss or something, and you lose 5 pounds in a week or in 2 weeks, you're like, oh, I can do it. You see? So I can do it is like a sign of you building momentum. So go ahead and celebrate. Yeah, go ahead and celebrate. So if you have been thinking of starting something or doing something, and you've been struggling for a long time regarding starting at all, see, ditch perfection. Throw it in the trash. Do not wait to be perfect. Do not wait to get to, because the people you're looking at, that you're probably trying to be like, they didn't start from where you met them now. They started from the bottom. You have to be willing to take the staircase. The road to success is not an elevator. Sorry, it's not though. It's not, except you want to go to jail. It's not an elevator. It is step by step. You start slowly. You climb slowly. You take your time. You wait for your own turn. You know? So please just trust the process. Trust the process. You know? And like I said, reward yourself as well. Reward yourself. Because personally, I reward myself when I complete certain things or I complete certain tasks. In fact, I've already rewarded myself in advance. I tell you, I owe myself a massage this weekend. Oh, sorry, next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. Today is Sunday. This weekend, I owe myself a massage. you know, so these are things that I use to reward myself as well. When I get things done, when I do certain things, I'm like, girl, you deserve it. Go and get a massage. Go to the spa. So yes, I'm going to the spa by God's grace. So think of those things that you can compensate yourself with. Think of things that you can do to actually encourage yourself as well. You're human and you deserve the very best as well. Yeah, you deserve the best too. So the truth is, most of us actually procrastinate, but we need to reduce the number of decisions that we need to make throughout the day. Reduce the number by starting now. What can you decide on right now? So that you don't have to make this different, like 10 decisions in one day. Reduce it right now. Like, I don't know if I've actually gotten to a point where I know for sure what I want. I know for sure in less than 5 seconds. I know. So if you're asking yourself, should I go to the gym today or should I go tomorrow? The fact that you're even asking is the reason why you should go. Some people struggle with, should I wear this or should I wear? I don't like when people cannot make decisions like real quick on the go. And like I said, personally, I see it. It kind of like weighs your level of intelligence when you are overthinking things, or when you struggle with, should I do this? Should I the whole day. And even when you make a decision, when you make a choice, you are changing it again in the next minute. I think that one is borderline mental illness. Another thing you can do is to finish the day before it starts by planning ahead of time. Everything you're going to do tomorrow, you already know it today. Everything I'm going to do tomorrow, I already know it today. Everything I'm going to do today, I already know it yesterday. So plan. In fact, finish your day before it starts. Plan ahead of time so that you're not procrastinating, so that you're not, hit on the spot. You're not put on the spot and you're not having to make decisions on the spot. So you can make your decisions a day before. Create a journal, get a journal or buy a journal. Write down what you need to do tomorrow and then do it. The moment tomorrow comes, start doing it. Start. Even if you don't finish everything, do the ones that you're able to do. Tick off what you are able to accomplish. So take the things that you need to get done. You can even start by doing the most important things, or you put them first. Like these ones are no brainer, like no go area. I must get it done. So put it down in your notes. If you have a note in your phone or on your, on your tablet, put it down, write it down. And there are certain things that you have to do. You can write in terms of one big thing you need to do today, and then the things I need to do today, no matter what. So write them down. Yeah, write them down. And another thing, for those of you who are, if you are someone that's your own boss, you set your own time, you should know your peak period by now. What's your peak period? The period of the day that you are most productive. I hope you know, as human beings, we cannot be productive like 24 hours of the day. No, no, it's not possible. You're not a machine. Even machines need to, to hibernate, right? So you need to know what needs to get done at your peak period. Your peak period at your most productive time of the day. My peak period starts from the moment I wake up till 4 p.m. I've maxed it out till 4 p.m. Once it's 4 p.m., everybody is on their own. And that's when I take a break by taking a nap. Once I take a nap and I wake up again, that's another peak period. I have 2 peak periods in a day. Don't ask me how, but I've come to build it over time. Right? So I have 2 peak periods every single day. And that's why, at night I am still productive. Why? Because I have taken my nap during the day. So identify your peak periods and set those big goals for that peak period. You're not going to find me doing things that shouldn't require much, of brain tasks, during my peak period. I want to do things that require a lot of brain tasks during my peak period. You know what I mean? So I don't want to spend my time doing things that are so easy in my peak period. So in my peak period, I want to do all the hard things when my brain is blasting and, full of energy. I want to do a lot. I want to accomplish a lot. So put those things in your peak period. If you don't know what your peak period is, maybe you should go and research it today. You're welcome. Go ahead and research what your peak period is today, so that at the end of the day, you are able to, accomplish as much as you can. Yes, you can actually accomplish as much as you can. Please focus on something that is doable. Focus on something, like I said, break down those tasks into simpler tasks so that you can, just like I explained earlier, if you followed, if you joined me from the beginning of today's live stream, I talked about, cleaning a big room. So starting from a small portion, a small corner of the room, sort out that part, go to the next one, sort out that part, so focus on something that is doable. Break it down into smaller chunks and then start with one, do it, then do the next one, and then do that. Because if you try to do everything at once, I promise you will do nothing. You will do nothing. Next thing you want to do is adjust the environment. Remove anything that will distract you. Yes, remove every form of distraction, even including me that is talking right now. What are the likely distractions that I have? My phone. And I'm sure a lot of people, almost everybody also has this as their distraction. So what I do, once I'm going to bed, I don't take my phone with me. No, it's a rule. Once I go to bed, I don't take my phone. The reason is because it's going to cut my nap time. It's going to cut it short. And I need my nap time. I need all my nap. So yes, remove all forms of distraction. If you know this thing is going to distract you, remove it out of your vicinity. You know yourself better than I do. So find those things that, are likely going to distract you, remove yourself from it. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you, that you can actually, if you want me to also continue with this topic next week, because I have a lot to share. This is something I've dealt with, and to the glory of God, I've overcome procrastination to a large extent. I'm willing to share much more. If you also want me to continue with this same topic next week, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to trade it. Don't forget to like my video, share my video, and tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And of course, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to watch my other videos as well. So check out my channel, Miriam Adepoju for grants. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care. And bye for now. God bless you.